Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. My name's Callum. I study at the University of Glasgow, where I'm doing a PhD in Scottish literature, or as it's affectionately known in nationalist circles, propaganda. You may have noticed that my translation was partly a riposte to Alex Salmond and the SNP, because I'm sick of them harping on about how sick we all are as an excuse for their Calvinistic licensing laws. Frankly, we're not sick, we're normal. The rest of Europe is just on some mad health kick. They didn't think of that. Besides, we're good at it. Where else can you find a passion for binge drinking so great that you get government-sponsored adverts on Sucky Hall Street that read simply, "Eating's not cheating"? True. It is, by the way, it's definitely cheating. The best part was, within a few hours, the city had responded by using these adverts as a kind of ineffective receptacle for torrents upon torrents of boozy puke. A puke, I can patriotically report, that contained no solids. And then there's the pies. Did you know that the distribution of Greggs in Glasgow is such that you can walk into any branch of Greggs, buy a pie, start eating, walk in any direction, and you'll reach the next Greggs before you finish the pie? I've actually invented a game where you have to get from one side of the city to the other, constantly masticating. Definitely masticating. It's great exercise. I'm actually trying to get it recognised as a sport in time for the Commonwealth Games next year. I call it the Partick Denniston Heartburn Shuffle. But actually, I don't think salmon goes far enough. We're not sick, we're pathologically fucked up. A history composed mainly of whiskey and Calvinism has turned the Scottish mind into a kind of psychological quagmire from which scant few ever emerge. Literary critics have actually named this phenomenon the Caledonian anti-syzygy, which is possibly the most fucked up thing of all. But, unlike Salmond, I don't think we should try and fix it. I think we should play to our strengths and celebrate it. You see, the Union hasn't fucked us up. It's just held us back from becoming as fucked up as we could possibly be. And that's the other problem with the independence debate. Too many people think that independence equals a kind of Orwellian nightmare in which our omniscient overlord Salmond watches over us with a celestial ski-and-do and a homemade tartan crown. Actually, Salmond is just our designated driver on a journey with no return trip. Once we get there, he's getting dinghied in the multi-story car park of New Political Horizons. Parking £3 an hour or free for bureaucrats and anarchists. And I don't want to see the future of Scotland decided by Salmond's nationalist health kick. I also don't want it to leave it to the conceited bigotry of the right or the pedantic moralising of the left. So I've started my own political party, entitled the Optimistic and Hedonistic Fucked Up Caledonian Kollective Advocating Yes to Everything Party. Or, to give its abbreviated title, the O.H.F.U.C.K.A.Y.E Party. Collective is spelt with a K, by the way. That's because we're so radical. So, to finish my set tonight, and to try and get you all on board, I'd like to close with a party political broadcast on behalf of the O.H.F.U.C.K.A.Y.E party. Scotland is a funny land, its people quaint and mild, until we get to Friday night when things get awfully wild. There's something in the air, you see, that gets into our psyche, but that's just how it is round here. We take the rough with the spiky. Historically, our politics have never been much cop, but when the bevy's flowing, there's no time for talking shop. And yet this time next year, we have to make a big decision. I'd rather be in the boozer too, but wait, I have a vision. An independent Scotland with a rain is made of whiskey. Just simply stick your tongue out, you'll be reeking in a jiffy. And after the rain in a saltire sky, a sozzled sun will shine. From Kelso up to Lerwick, we'll be towing the party lines. The pipes will play to banging beats, we'll dance into a frenzy, and we'll get rid of that voice on the ScotRail train that when you're trying to kip says, "Lindsay." Our chat won't be of Europe, but of landing on the moon, as Parliament reverberates to the chant of "One more tune." I'd come the thistly morning in a tartan patchwork quilt, tending to our migraines and our Presbyterian guilt, We'll muse upon our country and, astounded by our bravery, we'll check the list for club nights and then nip out for a wee cheese pasty. So on the day of the referendum, let's all go on the pish. We'll head down to the polling booth and make a little wish. Which box to tick? Come on. I think you all already know. The only way to vote is here we fucking go. That's all for me. Thank you very much.